We're ready for the center jump. WashU in red, trimmed in black and white. And the Spartans in that Case Western Reserve gray in the Case Western Reserve blue and white. It's not blue and gray, it's Case Western Reserve blue and Case Western Reserve. It officially says that. Saar. Yeah. Saar Zutshi, my analyst teammate, is speechless over that. The opening tip, controlled by Washington University, and we're ready to play basketball. If you can feel the excitement in my voice and in this gym, it's because of the men's matchup that went right down to the final shots. The Spartan men, 14-2, 27th in the country, knocked off Washington University, 14-2, ranked third in the country, 75-70. So the women watched the end of that game. I hope that they drew some inspiration from that because it was an incredible basketball contest. That's Mills for three, left it short, and WashU will chase it down. Grandison will bring it up.
Yeah, that three-point shot right there early by Mills, that's one of the things this Spartan team has to get better at. The past 3 games, they have struggled to shoot three-pointers, have been under 30% in each of those games.
Working it inside, kicking it back out. 12 seconds to shoot. Grandison almost double-dribbled that basketball. It's Weaver, missed the shot, put back, missed. Evie Miller getting a start, Saar Zutshi.
Yeah, and Evie Miller is one of my favorite players on this team to watch. She's gotten better and better every single game. She leads the UAA in blocks and hasn't played that many minutes, now getting the start. I'm interested to see how she gets involved on offense, especially in the scoring and getting offensive rebounds.
Cheraglis with a strong first step, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Kayla Cheraglis, another one of those players who we see get better and better and better. Every single game, she's got 10 points per game, 7 rebounds, and just a sophomore, and we see her confidence improving. Look at this strong drive. She's such a physical player. Draws the foul, and way to get to the line early.
Kayla at the free throw line this year is real good. 85% good. That foul was on Maya Arnott. That is Maya's first. Weaver and Matouche and Jackson around the outside arc. This is Samantha Weaver with the basketball with Miller on her. Arnott lost the ball. Abby Lawrence almost stole it. 8 seconds to shoot. Good Spartan defense right now. Little floater or runner that's an air ball. And Case Western Reserve is going to get it back. Well, that defense, Saar, fantastic.
Yeah, we've seen some improvement the last couple games, especially in the first quarter. The Spartans have seen teams come in here and go on short runs, 5-point, 10-point runs. If their defense can stay tight in this first quarter and keep the game close, that's a recipe for success for Jen Reimer's team.
Abby Lawrence getting it into Cheraglis. Kayla controls it. Drop step, hook shot won't go. Kayla gets her own rebound. Clock resets. This is Mills as the cutter. Kayla, strong first step, nice drop step, boom. Boy, she dropped that. Foot circled around. Beautifully done. Kayla's got all 4. It's 4-0 Spartans.
Showed her strength last possession, this time a little bit of footwork. Nice job by Kayla Cheraglis.
Evie Miller partially blocking a shot. This is Mills with the basketball. Gross going to bring it out. Cheraglis, counter for 6. Spartans off to a good start.
Cheraglis on fire early, 2 for 3 from the field now.
Active hands by Mills, almost stole it. Case Western Reserve coming off a spirited loss. Tough battle to the Maroons of Chicago on Friday night, 63-55. Washington University coming into this Sunday afternoon contest. A big win in Pittsburgh on Friday. They manhandled, or they controlled Carnegie Mellon. That's Gross with the miss on the break. And the ball went off Abby Lawrence, so It was 77-64, that convincing win by Washington University over Carnegie Mellon.
And in that game against Carnegie Mellon, we saw a tight game at halftime, just a 5-point lead for the Bears, and they managed to pull away in that third quarter. That's where they're so strong when other teams get tired. This team picks it up, and we'll see if that holds true today as well.
Cheraglis with good defense. Lauren Chow has now checked in for Washington University. They bring some length in with her. Lauren's at 6'1". She is the tallest player on the WashU team.
Yeah, and that's likely a substitution to counter Evie Miller. She has some serious length in the paint for the Spartans.
Whistle away from the ball. Illegal screen set by Chow. That would be Lauren's first. Also in the game for Washington University, Molly Gannon. She's in her third year, 5'6" junior guard. Gannon from Park Ridge, Illinois. Gannon's guarding Gross.
Yeah, Gannon's a three-point shooter. The Spartans will have to stop her and Naomi Jackson, both shooting 33 and 34%. And they make the majority of the three-point shots for this team.
Spartans will keep it. Shot clock refreshed on the kick. Cheraglis will inbound it. Deep inbound, Gross controls that basketball. McKenna, very athletic on receiving that inbounds pass. Abby Lawrence, she'll shoot the three and knocks it down.
That's exactly what the Spartans needed to get going. Not only are they start off on a 9-0 run, but now they're trying to find their shot, and Abby Lawrence just did it.
Randy Henderson has called a timeout. The WashU coach wants to talk to her troops. We'll take one too.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Sorry, as WashU will have the basketball, it's important to talk about the success, the dominance, the signature program that Washington University has been, as a nice ball fake leads to that layup by Jessica Brooks. In the history of WashU women's basketball, they've won 5 national championships. They've been to 10 Final Fours. In the late 90s, they had a win streak that was 81 consecutive wins in a row. Traveled by Mills, the Spartans will turn it over. In overtime, including the UAA championship that they won under Randy Henderson in 2019, they've won 24 association championships. Now, most of that success came with the leadership of Nancy Fay, who Coach Fay won 737 games, lost only 133 in her time at WashU. Long three and back-to-back buckets by Jessica Brooks, so that timeout has served Randy Henderson and her team well. They were down 9-0. They're on a 5-0 run.
Yeah, but on the other side, you have Abby Lawrence coming right back and answering. She's had a couple rough shooting games recently, so it's great to see her getting to a rhythm early.
How about that? Backboard, around the rim, backboard again for Molly Gannon.
And both teams finding their shot now, trading buckets. Molly Gannon, we talked about that three-point shot. The Spartans will have to tighten up on her if they want to stop that.
Gannon's got 34 threes on the season. That's an offensive foul on Cheraglis. It's Kayla's first.
Tried to use that physicality, maybe got a little too overzealous that time, did Cheraglis. A little too much on that lean in that time.
Here's the hot hand right now, Brooks. Shot blocked. Evie Miller. Keep this in perspective here. She's played 131 minutes in 17 games. She's got 26 blocks. Actually, I think it's probably 27 now because she's got 2 in this game. She started with 25. She gets a block shot every 5 minutes of action. Off the rim, then dropped back in.
Again, that's an insane number to think about. Every 5 minutes of action getting a block. And Evie Miller, you could see she tightened up on the backside on defense that time, trailed her player as she finishes on the offensive end. And she was seeking out that block, and she's found a way to do it even when shooters think they have a shot.
Well, that was a great pass by Isabella Mills that led to that Miller reverse layup. And you're right, Saar, the future, the potential is just limitless with Evie Miller. Long 3 from WashU. Semi Matush ties the game up. It was 9-0 in the first 4 minutes of this basketball game, Spartans. But Washington University has answered. Cheraglis working against Chow. Kayla looking for a teammate. Gross has it. Foul line. Jumper. Boom. Boy, I'm very impressed with how McKenna Gross has worked so hard to improve her offensive game. She's been a talented point guard who protects the basketball well and distributes it her entire career here. But her offense this year has skyrocketed. She shoots with confidence, and she's done a nice job. This is Lawrence, little fadeaway on the baseline. Left it short, and Chow grabs the rebound.
Again, McKenna Gross is one of those players Coach Reimer talked about. She's a game changer, not in the way that you would think of Abby Lawrence or someone who scores a whole lot. But McKenna Gross does so many things for this team, including just her leadership. That's invaluable for a Spartan team, especially with a lot of youth.
Miller's going to get called for the foul. Foul with the body. She had a clean block with that extended right arm, but she got Grandison with her body. So Carissa's going to shoot 2 free throws. And for Evie Miller, that's her first. Grandison at the foul line this year, she's been outstanding, 81%. Good crowd on hand here today, an excited crowd for the men's game. Boy, the energy was through the roof at the Veal Center.
Yeah, you heard that crowd erupt when Mitch Prendergast hit the dagger shot in the last minute of play. That was exciting.
Lawrence gets a screen, that opens up the look, and Abby's going to shoot free throws. Fouls on number 12, that's Naomi Jackson. You'll see the high screen come from Cheraglis. Abby will work around it. And then draws the foul right there. So Abby Lawrence at the foul line this year, 87%. Lawrence has got 6, she'll look for 7. Abby, the nursing major out of West Caldwell, New Jersey.
Now, hot start early is exactly what Abby Lawrence needed. As we mentioned, a couple games, she struggled to shoot the ball well, but now finding her rhythm early, and she's on pace to have a great one.
Working it inside, a little soft hook by Sammy Matush. Sammy's got 5. Lawrence against the defense. Here's Cheraglis. Lane opens up. Kayla takes it to the basket and knocks it down. Well, that lane opened up like the parting of the sea for Kayla. There is an official timeout on the floor. We will take one as well.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Well, there was a clock issue that they're working through right now. The clock had gone to like zeros and a 9-1 score, and obviously that was incorrect. So trying to work it back. It's not 29-17 either. So both teams were asked to go to their benches, so the coaches got a free timeout. So let's talk about this series for a second, Saar, and maybe we can, yeah, there we go, take a look at the gym floor. In this series, these two teams have met 52 times. The Case women have won twice. They've lost 50, they've won twice. Those two wins, I was fortunate enough to call both of them, one in 2013, 72-68, in a season that saw the Spartan women go 16-9, one of their best seasons in their history. And then the second one just came during the last full, complete basketball season, that 2019 season. It was 74-73. In that game, McKenna Gross was a first-year player, and she made two huge plays down the stretch. One including a wild drive, scoop layup off the glass as she was fouled to ice the game and give them that 1-point lead. It tied the game at 73, then her free throw won it at 74-73. So Gross has great memories of this matchup. But overall, historically, it has been a struggle. Now, to be fair, everyone has struggled against Washington University historically. I've already talked to you about their history. It is second to none in Division III. And that's a shot inside by Brooks. Well, she's been great off the bench. She's got 7 points.
Yeah, Jessica Brooks now leads the team in scoring. She's 3 for 5 from the field, including that huge three-point shot earlier, and she's been very physical, scoring in different ways, and the Spartans are going to have a tough matchup with her.
Strong drive, layup won't drop, ball's alive, Arnott comes up with it. That was Sarah Mitchell for the Spartans on that drive. Sarah in the game from Lone Tree, Colorado, second-year player.
And the Spartans right now went out of that two-big lineup. They started with Miller and Cheraglis on the floor. WashU should try and expose them inside where they don't have the bigs.
Boy, the touch by Sammy Matouche off the glass. She's got 7. And for the first time, WashU has a lead.
And that's exactly what WashU did. They found the cutter inside. Again, only Cheraglis in there, whereas they had Miller earlier. We'll see Preet Gill come in later as well.
Gross, long three, left it short. WashU controls the long rebound. Here comes Grandison. Down the floor, laid it up, missed it. Shot was rebounded by Arnott, and Cheraglis went up and over.
And that's a tough call for Cheraglis. I think she may have thought she had a tie up there. Looks like she's got hands on the ball, but Arnott did well to pull it down. I'm just going to get the over-the-back call there.
Maya Arnott's going to shoot 70% on the season. Boy, Arnott's high school career is one of legend. In New York City, for the Beacon School, she averaged 28 points and 20 rebounds her senior year. Averaged. Her junior year, she averaged 23 points, 25 rebounds. She led all the city in scoring. She averaged 28 points and 20 rebounds. I looked at that like 5 times.
Yeah, those are insane numbers, and she's still leading this team in points and rebounds per game, 13 and 8.
3-point WashU lead. Mills off the glass looking for a foul, and she drew it. Arnott will get called for it. Maya's second. Isabella Mills, I'm sorry, go Saar.
Yeah, Mills working off the screen, a little hesitation, and it caused a little confusion, it looked like, on the WashU side. Hesitated on the switch and ended up not switching and then drew the foul.
Mills knows how to win, the junior from Pittsburgh. Her Peters Township High School team were state champions in 2019, Isabella's senior year. They were 30-0. Mills makes them both. It's been a high-scoring first quarter. First 10 minutes have gone quick, and there have been a lot of made baskets. There's a turnover.
Yeah, and remember, the Spartans started with a 9-0 lead. The Bears didn't score until about 4 minutes into this game, so really they've put up 22 points in 6 minutes.
Well, one thing that's always been a signature, a mark, a style of the Washington University women's program is their ability to pass the basketball and to move without the basketball. And that's the reason they were able to score 22 in 6 minutes. Preet Gill hits a shot at the buzzer. Gill, the second-year player off the bench, gives her Spartan teammates a 1-point lead after 1 quarter. We'll be back.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Saar Zutshi, my broadcast partner. I'm Ron Jantz. Welcome back inside Horsburgh Gymnasium. Wonderful place to be on a cold Sunday afternoon in northeastern Ohio, but it's January. Actually, it's almost February. February is 2 days away. Saar, have you gotten to go out and enjoy the cold weather and the snow, making some snow angels with your college mates?
Yeah, a little more snowfall this morning. We've had some snowball fights. We've seen some snowmen. There's an igloo built up at the top of the hill here on campus as well.
It's outstanding. Saar's from Phoenix, Arizona, but he loves the cold. Told me he's thinking about going camping next week outside in a tent, right?
A little excessive, but I'll give you the first part. I do enjoy the cold.
There
It's
you
not
go.
that much.
Second 10 minutes of basketball here from Horsburgh Gymnasium. Lawrence out top, driving strong. Abby scooped it up. She'll shoot free throws. I think Abby sees a matchup that she'd like to take advantage of.
Yeah, she's 2 for 3 from the field already. Even with 3 defenders around her, she's still willing to take that shot. That's confidence, that's experience. Abby Lawrence knows she can make those shots, and if not, she's going to get to the line and shoot 87% there.
Foul's on Grandison, I guess. There was some question as to who that foul was on, so scores table is confirmed. That's Carissa's first. That's her shooting the basketball. Boy, that's a beautiful cross-court layup. Grandison's got 4. Lawrence made both free throws. She's got 9. McKenna Gross open 3. Missed it.
The Bears trying to push the pace of this game. We saw the Spartans struggle against Emory a couple games ago with that pace. And you could see on that last play, they spread those players outside of the paint so they could get a cut. They want that matchup, point guard on point guard, and they want to take on McKenna Gross inside.
Discussing who that ball was tipped off of. It was called off of Chow. Lauren looked in disbelief, but the officials have conferred, and that's the call moving forward. Margaret Terry now in the game, backing up the point guard slot, getting lots of playing time this year. That's Preet Gill again. How about the offense from Preet Gill? She had 4 points the other night against Chicago. She's got 4 already. Pass to Chow was stolen by Mills. Isabella, eyes up, looking right, goes right. Little jump shot, left short. Mills with the rebound. She's going to shoot free throws. Mitchell missed the shot, but her teammate Mills got the rebound, and Isabella's back at the foul line. Foul's on Chow. That's Lauren's second.
Yeah, and you said talk about the offense from Gill. How about talk about this Spartan offense overall? Shooting 56% here in the first half. That's significant improvement from the last couple games.
Sammy Matouche now back in the game. Matoush was super offense. She's got 7 points in that first quarter. Mills just 67% from the foul line this year, but she's 4-4 this afternoon.
And the Spartans overall 10 of 10. Look for them to keep pushing drives inside, try to draw some more fouls.
Speaking of inside play, that's where WashU goes, right back inside. Mills will tie her up. And the jump ball possession arrows in favor of the Bears. Brooks and Mills on the floor fighting for that basketball.
It's a smart play from Brooks. It looks like she actually lost the ball there for a moment. Found Mills on the ground and did well to keep the ball in her side.
Weaver strong against Gill, and they'll say Samantha traveled with the basketball.
And that's caused by good defense from Preet Gill. Pushed her towards the sideline, just using her body position. Didn't have to get her hands in there, try to swipe for the ball, and it just forced her too far to the sideline. She thought she had the shot and came straight down.
Good hustle by that WashU defense, trying to steal the basketball. Almost sitting next to us, helping us call the game, was Jessica Brooks. Mitchell, ball above her head. Ball inside. How about that? Abby Lawrence feeling it. Abby with a huge smile, lots of slaps and fives and hugs. She's going to shoot a free throw.
That's an absolute dime of a pass from Preet Gill. She looked like a quarterback finding that window. And Abby Lawrence, way to pluck it out of the air. And that's what we talked about, those tough shots. She's confident. She knows she's going to take those shots. Now looking for a three-point play.
Boy, you're right on the pass. There was a small window, and it was perfect. Abby Lawrence is perfect from the foul line. 5 of 5. She's got 12 points. Travel. Boy, the Bears are having some unforced turnovers here.
Yeah, and they seem to be out of their rhythm. That's their 7th turnover so far. Just looked like some indecision that time from Molly Gannon. Didn't know what she wanted to do with the ball, and that's what led to that travel.
This is Preet Gill, going to hand it off to Abby with a ball fake. Preet's going to get it back. Dangerous pass to Terry. Mitchell clearing it out. Sarah looking for a teammate. Gill back to Sarah. Splits the defense. Wild shot. Gill with the rebound. Oh! Tipped out of bounds off Evie Miller. Hustle inside.
No points from the Spartans that time, but look at the off-ball movement. And then the ball movement, the passing. Mitchell directing traffic, finds Gill inside. Just an unfortunate bounce on the shot.
Spartans up 8. Hand check foul on Mitchell. Lucy Vanderbeck will check in. Sarah Mitchell will take a seat. Vanderbeck from Charlotte, North Carolina, first-year player, getting lots of time off the bench for Coach Reimer. Weaver, strong to the basket, and a whistle on the floor.
Yeah, and that foul's going to go against Preet Gill that time. She was fighting for position with Sammy Matoush, and it looked like they just kind of ran into each other, and Gill maybe tried to push her out of the way, it looked like.
This is Weaver against Gill. 3 in the corner, knocked down by Naomi Jackson.
That was a money shot. Way to find the position. Had no defenders on her, just got away from the ball at the right time.
Screen from Miller. Abby looking to roll it out and pass it back to Miller. With the basketball now, Terry. Great defense by Gannon. And very good defense by Weaver. Samantha Weaver looking left. Molly Gannon will shoot the 3. Left it short. Weaver got it back. Inside. They'll work it outside. Long 3. Way out. Missed long. And Preet Gill goes up for that rebound. Boy, Naomi Jackson was feeling it because she hit one the previous time. That one was about 32 feet. Terry with a ball fake. Evie Miller on the baseline. How about that?
That's what we talked about. Something we haven't seen too much from Evie Miller is the shooting on the offensive end. So far, 2 for 2, and that was a nice longer shot than we'd expect from her.
Let the confidence grow in Evie Miller. Weaver, step back shot, rolled around, wouldn't drop. Lawrence fighting for it along with Matoush. They'll say it went off Sammy, number 24 for WashU.
Ron, I talked to Coach Reimer this past week, and we talked about the play of their 3 main bigs, Cheraglis, Gill, and Evie Miller, and she said the improvement of all of them is just so great to see from this team. It adds depth, and it allows them to do so many different things on the offensive and defensive ends. It allows them to be so much more creative.
Great point, Saar, and if Evie Miller gains confidence, there is no stopping that young lady. Vanderbeck with the ball to Preet Gill. Preet with a strong left move. Off the glass, won't go. Matoush with a rebound. Eyes up for Matoush, left side. Beautiful crossover dribble. How about the help defense by Miller? Evie left her feet, and that's what drew the foul, but boy, her and Preet Gill, well, what happened?
It looked like they called a travel, actually, that time. I thought the foul was going to be on Miller, but maybe came just after a foot
Must
slide.
have came after the travel.
Yeah.
So save the foul call on Miller. That's a travel. Mills with the basketball. Evie sets a high screen. She rolls out of it. Spartans up 7. 5:30 left in the half. Mills with an open look. Isabella knocks it down. Isabella Mills. She's got 32 threes. Leads the team this year in three-point shots made.
And three-point shooting has come at a premium for this Spartan team in the past couple games, but today they've set up their shots so much better. Now they're 2 for 4. They're finding a rhythm. Lawrence hit one earlier. Mills hit one now.
You can only do that if you have the media timeout. You go to the next media. There's no medias here, so you've got to look at it right away. Otherwise,
So there is some discussion on the floor.
for a correctable error, you know what I'm saying? You can only look at
What about, I'm not sure. I think they are still discussing whether Evie Miller committed the foul before or after the travel. But they can't look at it now because a play has already been made. You can't make a correctable error after.
And it looked like the official was telling Coach Randy Henderson something about her timeouts.
So what they're discussing or looking for was whether it's a 3 or a 2. And they're still looking at the replay. That's Randy Henderson in the huddle with her Washington University Bears. A little on Randy if we can stay with that shot. She played college ball at Iowa. Was a great player for the Hawkeyes. Graduated in 2001. It's Coach Henderson. She was a 3-year starter, team captain. Scored almost 1,000 points, had almost 800 rebounds in her Hawkeye career. So they're going to say that was a 3-pointer. 37-27 with 5:34 left to play in this opening half. Spartans with a 10-point lead, Saar. That's the largest lead of the game so far.
We've seen so many improvements from them on the offensive end. And the defensive side, they didn't allow an early run from the Bears, and that's what's led to this 10-point lead.
Good double team inside. Boy, Lucy Vanderbeck did a nice job with help defense. But Samantha Weaver, Sam Weaver just had strength. Better shot. Nice job. She's got 2. Mills again. That one went up, came down, and it went off Weaver, I think. It did.
And even though Mills didn't make this shot, still a better shot than what we've seen the Spartans do in the last couple games. It looked like they were trying to force some threes, knowing that they were struggling. They just had to get something. And now Vanderbeck.
Lucy Vanderbeck brings the cheering section to their feet. Spartans up 11. Matoush kicking it out. This is Loftus in against Miller. Evie doing a great job of just creating tough offensive looks. When she's defending you, it's hard to get a clean shot.
Yeah, and we always talk about the blocks from Evie Miller, but sometimes just being in the way of the shot, causing a distraction, forcing the shooter to get off balance and take a shot they don't like. That length of Evie Miller, a big part of that as well.
Preet Gill, D'ing up now. Loftus with a soft shot. Brenna Loftus with her first basket. Riverside, Illinois, first-year player. Mills gets a screen from Miller. Preet Gill to Vanderbeck, and the pass a little long.
Yeah, they had the cutter coming inside Vanderbeck. That pass was just a little bit too high. See some substitutions coming now for the Spartans.
Lawrence Gross back in. McKenna Gross in with 2 points. Abby Lawrence back in. She's got 12. Gannon, step back three. Looks good, and it is. Boy, she shot that one right in our line of sight. Molly Gannon's got 2 threes, leads the team with 35 this year.
That's something we talk about. When she gets hot, that'll be tough to stop.
Vanderbeck feeling it. Abby Miller chasing down a rebound. Kicks it out. Gross open look. 3 in the air. Missed it long. And Loftus got it to Matouche. Long 3. Coach Henderson just told the team to slow down. It's one of those, no, 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 yes, that's great. Naomi Jackson hit a 3. Back to a 3-point game.
Talked about the shooting numbers for the Spartans. WashU has now hit 6 threes, and that's what's kept them in this game so far. The Spartans will have to do something to slow them down.
They're on an 8-0 run. And the Spartans have drawn stone cold. Sam Weaver kicks it out. Loftus with another 3. This one's short, but the Bears get the rebound. Gannon's going to dribble it back out. Spartans were up 11. WashU on a 10-0 run. Gannon's layup makes it a 1-point game.
And I'm surprised to see the Spartans not calling a timeout. They need to regroup. They look out of sorts in the last couple minutes since WashU has gone on this run. They need to find a shot, and they need to get something to go soon.
Mills hits a 3. WashU doubled down on Abby Lawrence, and Abby had the presence to find her teammate who was wide open. Mills called for it. Abby got it to her, and that's a big 3.
That's what happens when you have a player with so much scoring talent like Abby Lawrence. You have to respect her because you know sometimes one defender's just not enough. That's what opened it up for Mills, and beautiful shot.
Mills step back 3 again. And Washington University chases it down. Here comes Gannon with the basketball. Inside 2 minutes to play, Molly Gannon launches it and makes it. Gannon's got 11 points, including 3 threes.
Gannon's feeling it. Once again, that's what we talked about. The Spartans have to close on her quicker. That 3 was just too wide open for her.
Blocking foul on Molly Gannon. That is her first foul.
Some impressive dribbling that time from McKenna Gross. That's what led to the foul. Gannon didn't know which way she was going to go.
Gross off a screen from Miller, shot short. Here come the Bears with a chance to take a lead. Gannon's been red hot, makes another. Boy, someone's got to guard Molly Gannon. All the way back. WashU was down 11. They were down 40-29. They've gone on a 16-3 run on that Molly Gannon 3. And we've got $1:29 left in the opening half.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Saw a little history on Molly Gannon playing here at Case Western Reserve against the Spartans a year ago in February, or 2 years ago, because there was no season last year. Gannon had 27 points and 8 assists in a win over the Spartans. So she likes Horsburgh Gymnasium. Mills to shoot the three, misses it right, and Loftus down with the rebound.
And Gannon bringing the ball up. They've got to do something. They've got to tighten up the defense on her. 2 straight threes for her have just been way too wide open.
Miller with defense inside, and I believe the foul's going to go against Mills on a reach-in. They'll call it on Isabella. She doubled down, helping out her teammate. Isabella draws her first foul. And there's a good look at it.
Yeah, they tried to trap the ball inside there. Evie Miller had great position, and it looked like Weaver was just going up for the shot. Unfortunate foul for Mills, who just tried to come in and clean that play up.
Samantha Weaver, Global Health and Environment major at Washington University. She was second team all UAA in the last complete season of association basketball. Lawrence. And there's a hand check foul that's going to go against Naomi Jackson. That's going to be Jackson's second. Right there's the foul.
Yeah,
you know,
really
Abby
clear.
Lawrence, Saar, has proven that she can beat her defenders off the dribble in this game.
Yeah, we talked about it. One defender is just simply not going to be enough for Abby Lawrence, especially the way she's played and the way she shot the ball. And she's perfect from the line. You can't foul Abby Lawrence. Actually, that's going to be free points for her. She's up to 13 now, 3 of 4 from the field. She's hit a 3, 6 free throws made at the line. Make that 7.
7 of 7. You are exactly correct, Saar Zutshi. Spartans down a point. High scoring first half. Inside a minute to play. Got a crease, saw the opening. Jessica Brooks took advantage of it. She's got 9.
That play was set up by Gannon. She gave the ball up and just ran into the teeth of that Spartan defense, caused a distraction, didn't allow the players to get over to block that shot.
Gross shoots a 3, left it short. Fighting for it. Here comes Washington University. Kicking it out. Looking for one shot. 18 seconds left in the half. WashU up 3. Gannon guarded by Lawrence. Trying to give a little length in the face of Molly Gannon. Case wanted a turnover. Long 3 off the glass. It's an air ball. Actually, I thought it was going to go off the glass. Didn't reach the backboard. Good defense.
Yeah, and you saw the matchup that time, as you mentioned, Ron. Lawrence guarding Gannon. And that's going to be a tough matchup for Gannon. Abby Lawrence, a much bigger and longer player.
At the buzzer! Almost went. Whoa! Isabella Mills. That looked good. That'd have been a cause to run into the locker room with smiles on their faces. It's 48-45. Spartans down 3 in a half that certainly was entertaining, Saar.
High scoring for sure. Couple runs from both teams.
Todd McGinnis, the men's coach, is going to join us at halftime after we talk to Matt Howerton. Going to grab Matt first, the assistant women's coach, on his thoughts of this first half. Coach McGinnis coaching up Coach Howerton. All right, Matt, let's take a look at the first half. You guys jump out to a 9-0 lead, but, you know, WashU isn't the program that they are to, you know, just kind of crawl away and say, oh, well, they came right back, didn't they? Can't hear you, Matt. Keep talking.
Yeah, honestly,
okay,
you can see it. I mean, we went on that 9-0 run. We've told the team it's a game of runs right now. So we went on ours. They went on theirs. We went on ours a little bit.
You went up 11.
Yeah.
And then they went on another one to close the half.
If we could guard the line a little bit better, I think it would be a different story right now. They're 8 of 15 right now from the three-point line. So
yeah, Molly Gannon has been lights out, but she has been that way all season long.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something we talked about. We can't give her too much space. We got to make her put the ball down. So if we can do that in the second half and keep, you know, controlling the rebounds and all that type of stuff, right, we should be in good shape.
Coach McGinnis trying to get a little more air time than he's already gotten today.
Oh, I know. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need the shine. He's ridiculous.
So, Matt, let's talk about adjustments in the second half. I mean, the high-scoring half. I mean, almost
absolutely.
50 points for both teams.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen from both perspectives, them and you, in the second half?
I think they're
Changes?
going to try to keep pushing the ball. Like, they like to play a really good up-tempo game, and we've seen that all year, and they like to get a ton of shots up. With us, if we just keep executing our sets and, get a stop, multiple stops at a time and rebound, we should be all right. So.
Well, get back in there.
Yeah.
All right,
absolutely.
thanks, Matt Howerton,
Appreciate
the assistant women's coach, joining us as always at halftime. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Let's take a 60-second timeout, Mike, and we'll get Todd McGinnis on the headset. We'll come back with the men's head basketball coach. He's still smiling after a huge win in the noon tip today. We'll be back.
Have you heard the news? That Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Todd McGinnis to my right, the head men's basketball coach at Case Western Reserve, and still with, well, he's trying to hide the smile right now, but the eyes have been the tell. You can't keep it in, Todd. That's a heck of a basketball game that you guys just won.
Yeah, I'm still soaking wet. They got me in the locker room pretty good. I learned, I took my shoes off and this off and just went in with a polo so I could not freeze on my way home. But yeah, it was great. I'm so happy for the guys.
There were a lot of storylines in that game. I mean, let's start with just the history, which I know that your guys are actually probably tired of talking about. They don't want to pay attention to history, but it should be noted, in 50 matchups, the Spartan men have only won 3 times against Washington University, so that's one storyline. Second storyline, both teams 14-2. One team's ranked 3rd in the country, the other team's ranked 27th, so great matchup. The third storyline in that basketball game, Justin Hardy going into the game, one of their top players, playing with stage 4 stomach cancer. But, I mean, that kid's unstoppable. You guys had a hard time guarding him. And then developing story within the game, Jack Nolan's basically playing on one ankle, but still dropping threes all over the place with you guys in his face. That kid's unbelievable. So you got all of that going on the floor, and you pull out a victory. It was amazing. It was a classic, instant classic, I think. If ESPN could take the broadcast of our broadcast, I think it's worthy of playing on ESPN.
Yeah, it was interesting. I had a couple of my good friends, and they don't really know Division III, and they came to the game, and they're like, that's better than going to a Cavs game. They're like, that we had more fun there than anywhere we've been. And I said, yeah, it's I said, it's been, that's how our games have been all year. So, yeah, but they're good. Jack Nolan, as he's sitting over there icing his foot right now and couldn't move, but when it mattered, he hit big threes. And Hardy, we've never been able to guard him, and we weren't able to guard him tonight, but we were able to do enough to pull it out and, secure that win. And we have so many new guys that they don't even know the history that well. We don't really talk about it. And I honestly don't even think we played that well. We played well enough to win. But, like, the shots we missed, we forced some stuff that...
Well, early in the game, you certainly missed open looks.
Yeah, and in the second half, we just, guys were trying to win it themselves. During one of the timeouts, I actually said, guys, like, just move the ball a little bit. Like, we can't win it by yourselves. Like, you need to move it around. And then Mitch just hits an insane shot.
Well, it's right over here. And I was talking to Griffin after the game. He dribbles in to defense, kicks it out to Mitch. And you're right. It's, a 32-footer, Todd?
Oh, I just watched the replay on Twitter, and it's unbelievable. Your call was great, too, so you have to look at that. They got that on Twitter, but it was a great play. You know, we were trying to get someone an open shot if we could, and I just said the best available, and they didn't foul, and we were able to take some time off the clock, and then, you know, they went down and scored, and then Griff hit those 2 big foul shots and sealed it.
Well, let's talk about Griffin for a second, because you and I have talked a lot this year about the experience that you liked in Griffin Cornicker. 3 NCAA tournament championships, or not championships, but 3 NCAA tournaments at Middlebury. A guy who can handle the ball, protect it, dish out 6 assists per game. But as we all stood here late in that game, and I know that the assistant coaches at Wash, you knew this, your assistants know who the poor free throw shooters are. You looked at who you had on the line. You wanted to get the ball to Prendergast on the inbound from Cole Frilling. They defended that well. You got it to Mitch. They fouled him. He's a 54% free throw shooter for the season. But ice in his veins, he knocks them both down.
Yeah, he
and
wasn't
that experience has got to be something that played into that.
He wasn't missing those. There's no way. Like, he's just too big of a competitor, too big of, you know, just a winner. You know what I mean? That's the best thing he does, and there was no way he was missing those. No way. Like, I looked at him and I said, I'm not even talking about if he misses. That's what I said in the time. Like, he's going to make him, but if for some reason he does miss, we'll foul so they can't get a 3. But I wasn't worried.
Right.
It literally is such a calming factor on our guys, on our team, on me.
I guess that's my point. That's what that amplified everything because of how calm he is about just doing his job.
Yeah, he just wants to win. You know, that's what he wants to do. He doesn't care how many points he scores, doesn't care whatever. He wants to win. After Friday, I said, who's guarding Jack Nolan? And he's in the locker room right after we beat Chicago, and he said, I am. All right, let's play. You know, we'll play. We'll be fine. Griff got him.
How about you said to me before the game, Ron, we've got to get off to a good start. If there's one thing that you guys have, you know, struggled with, it's playing well early. And Brian Hines inside on this end of the floor at the beginning of the game scored 8 points before most people had a chance to sit down in their seat. He helped you guys get off to a good start, and he's not a guy that you look for offense from.
His stats are unbelievable. He's shooting like 70% from the field. We probably don't throw it to him enough. That's the crazy thing. He probably needs to just touch it a little more at times. But, you know, he's such a good defender. He, you know, we get so many rebounds because of him. Offensive tip outs. Like, he just takes up bodies. And, you know, then you bring Ryan in after him, and you're like, now you got to guard someone completely different. And, you know, and it's not a bad thing to have. And, you know, we're just older. You know, guys are focused more on, okay, how are we going to win than how many points do I have? And that's, you know, that's how you get – that's how you win.
You mentioned Ryan Newton, and one of the joys of that game, too, was he's working so hard defensively against Hardy. And they're both banging each other down on the block. Hardy gets, you know, the better of it down here. Then Ryan takes it down there, and he takes it right back at Justin, banging, and he gets the points, too. He doesn't really let anything bother him, does he?
No, Ryan's been through a lot. Yep. And, you know, he's been a lot through here. He's been here 4 years with me, and that's a long time to be with someone. And he, you know, he's great. He's changed his body. He's everything you ask for. You know, he you know, he works hard, and he's a great teammate, and, you know, accepted a role where coming into this year you might think, oh, I'm going to start, and, you know, then Brian comes in, and I asked Ryan to come off the bench, and, hey, you're going to play the same, and, you know, he's been great about it. He's been you know, as you would probably say, like almost a professional. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I understand what the team needs. This is what I'm going to do.
Let's talk about that bench for a second. You know, Newton leads it, but I don't know exactly, but I think it was something like 34-20. You outscored Chicago, and maybe even a greater difference on the bench on Friday night. And then, you know, here today you've got Drenth coming off the bench, you've got Flory coming off the bench, you've got, you know, Newton coming off the bench. I'm missing a couple. But Thorburn,
and then Gensler.
So Gensler, yeah. You know, I mean, let's talk about Luke for a second. I asked you before the game, I said, Todd, he's got 31 minutes so far this year or something like that. You know, he's in Chicago playing a lot in that game on Friday night. Why? And you told me
that, you know, Luke's a really nice player. He hurt his ankle. He had ankle surgery. So the first time he was actually able to play like 5-on-5 was when he actually got here in the fall. So he's just been working through it, getting in shape, and, you know, getting back to it. And, you know, he's been playing great in practice. And we take notice of the coaching staff. It's just not going to be, hey, just because this is what we've been doing all year. No, it's, hey, he's been great. We need to give him opportunities. And, Dan made some big plays late, which he usually does. And, so it's good. We have guys sitting down there that a year from now, when these guys graduate, are going to be really good players. And we're going to be talking about them. And, that's just how good programs are, that you got to build within and, learn how to keep going and get these guys better. And, when they're juniors and seniors, they're on the floor winning games.
Well, Todd, it was a spine-tingling game. As your two friends who came and saw and said that that's better than the Cavs game, I mean, and the Cavs are really good. And this was an amazing college basketball game on a Sunday afternoon in Cleveland. So
how about the crowd?
Yeah, the crowd was great.
Unbelievable.
I mean, the crowd
tennis
was
team
into
was
it.
going nuts.
I told Griffin after the game, I said, did you learn anything when you went up and tried to body slam a middle linebacker from the football team? Did you see him? Griffin went back about 10 yards, and he ended up on his backside. He goes, yeah, note to self, don't do that again.
Best is Dan Flory wound up and hit my assistant on the butt whenever Mitch made that. He has a bruise right now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, it was that kind of an emotional win. So, thanks for the ride. You're 15-2, 5-1 in conference play. A lot of games left to be played, and they start next week as you head to Chicago and St. Louis. Good luck in those games, Todd.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. I know everyone, my parents love your broadcast.
Thanks, Todd. Todd McGinnis, the men's basketball coach here at Case Western Reserve.